Hello everyone, it's Professor 095 back with a weekly segment, I would say. So I think I would do what I would like to call a weekly news, Vanguard news update. So probably with something it's something I will do consistently from here on out. So just to give our content in this channel. So but nonetheless, yeah. So we have the good news yesterday night. So the Tuesday stream. Last night is amazing, it's great. They have announced a new rideline for Keter Sanctuary. So my initial reaction when they announced this new Keter Sanctuary rideline in a sense, because I was expecting a ground grace rideline, but unfortunately it's not. Instead, what we get this time around is the new rideline in the DBT 10, so which is from the Keter Sanctuary itself. So it will be a very amazing card. Amazing rideline. So here's that. So without further ado, I think let's get straight into the news itself. So first off, you have Sage of Horoscopy Strong. So Strong skill is as generic as all the starters, right? Senjutsu no Kenja or Senju no Kenja. Okay, Senjutsu no Kenja. Suron. So when this unit is being rolled upon, if you went second, you're gonna draw one. Pretty generic for all the starters. Now this is the second card on the right line. This will be the great one. So this is Sage of Elixir Aileron. So Aileron's skill is that when this unit is being rolled upon by Sage of Robust Stobron, you either declare a normal unit or a trigger unit and reveal the top card of your deck. If you reveal a card type you declare, you may put it into your hand, and if you did not put it into your hand, you put the reveal card into your soul or on top of the deck. So basically, when I first saw this, my initial reaction to this entire rideline was like, oh my god, this is like Magus making a comeback in this, making a comeback indeed, because it really does reminds me of the good old days of like Magus and OTT, where you can check the top card of the deck and then you can put it on the top of your deck, or you just put it on the bottom, or like declare the card in. So it does give me the vibe. So yeah, it's quite great. I'm kind of like super excited for this one. Alright, so yeah, that's the first skill. The second skill is that when this is based on the rearguard circle, if you have a backup with Solrairon, okay, which will be the new grade 3 Vanguard that we're gonna get into this Keter set in its card name. Alright, Solrairon is card name. You choose up to one normal unit from your hand and reveal it. And if you reveal a card, draw one card and put the reveal card on the top of your deck. So quite nice. So you can basically know what you're gonna get at the top of your deck. But you'll be asking why do you want to do this? Well, once you get into the wing grade trees, you'll see what is this all about. Like I said, this is completely Magus, completely OTT vibes from me. So I think that's great, super great. Yeah, that's the great one. So grade 2, then this unit is so Stormborn still will be the grade 2. When this unit is being rolled upon by Solrairon, its card name, you choose a Sage of Elixir Aileron from your soul and call that card and discard the rearguard circle. Essentially, basically what Amagista did to Turan Diner and Schwarzspada. This the recent set in DBD09, where if you write Almagista in its card name, you call Turan Diner Schwarzspada from the soul and call it to the rearguard circle, which essentially is traveling the south. You have 2 extra rearguards with all commuting much from the hand, which is great. Quite amazing. Yeah, okay. So the second skill is that auto rearguard skill. When this normal unit is revealed by the ability of your vanguard with Solrairon, its card name, this unit gets auto rearguard at the end of the battle. That this unit attack, you retire that unit and counter charge 1. So instantly I was thinking you can basically play 4 off of the right line of this right line, because usually you don't really play much of the 4 off of the right lines unless some decks needed to. But this one I think most people might play 4 because of the counter charge engine, which is quite great. So when you just reveal ability, like normal unit is revealed, and he gets the ability to get to counter charge, which is like, okay, super great. Good. Counter charge. There is not much cards that you can counter charge in Keter Sanctuary, but this one is just great for Solrairon itself. So yeah, you can basically do a lot of like decks that requires like cards that need to use for counter buffing. That I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm just saying off the things off my head at the moment, but nonetheless, counter charge is super important for most decks. For Keter decks, I think this will be a great addition to it. So yeah, Stormgun is great. Moving on. Alright, so this is the grade 3 of the Keter Sanctuary rideline, which is Great Sage of Family Law Solrairon. Now, Solrairon, first my initial reaction was this. Look at the art. Doesn't this not remind you of like that hat? I don't know if they do call it a hat. Does this not remind you like the artwork is like amazing, or, you know? Does this not remind you of like a priest or pope, right? So we've joked around in the server, like in like some of our personal servers, when this card was first revealed, everybody was like saying that the Pope have descended, the Daddy Priest Solrairon have descended upon us, blessed us, Daddy Solrairon, Daddy Priest Solrairon, Pope Solrairon. Well, they are not wrong. So the art is amazing. I kind of dig the art, but yeah, alright. Nonetheless, art aside, yeah, he does really look like a Pope to me. He does look like a priest to me. Alright, no, like, yeah. That aside, let's get into the skill. Vanguard auto skill. At the beginning of your battle phase, keep in mind, you soul plus 1, and you either declare a normal unit or a trigger unit and reveal the top card of your deck. If you reveal a card, the type that you have declared, this unit gets continuous Vanguard Circle, all of your units gets 5k until end of turn, which is super good. Holy moly, is this not great? Because this is a whole field buff. Amazing, right? Amazing! This is this is for me, like when I like saw look at this, like, oh boy. That means that Keter Sanctuary is like getting like this particular deck itself, you can do a lot of like buffings already. They bought like another additional like up until this point there's no, the right line doesn't really add power, but this does give the power that they need to like just to smash your opponent, right? So super good. So on itself it's already at 18k. So yeah, your opponent might probably need to like commit another few more 15 another 10k 15k share just to go for no pass. But yeah, there's that. So second skill, auto Vanguard skill. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you counter plus 1 and look at the top 2 cards of the deck, choose one card among them, call it a Vanguard Circle, or you discard it and put it to the rest on the bottom of the deck. Again, like what I feel like reiterated earlier, is basically just Magus and OTP, and you get to and you get to have like a free superior calling, like a free unit aside from like Stormgun and Aileron already, like 2 rearguards. You get to have another like calling, another superior call rearguard. So which means that this deck can do 4 attacks. So Aileron, and then you can swing with another, like you swing with the Vanguard and use the skill, and you can just call another one, and then you get 4 attacks and you get a 5k. That unit gets a 5k regardless because of the continuous Solrairon's continuous skill, which is super great. Like Keter Sanctuary can do the like Solrairon can actually do 4 attacks already, like on the get-go. So this is great. I love it. And you can stack on top of, like, you can stack your triggers, like manipulating your deck in any way, shape or form. Like look at the top deck, you can either put it at the bottom or you put it at the top, thereby knowing like what card what is going to be on the top or at the bottom, and you like giving the pressure on the opponent whether or not are you going to draft check a trigger or you're not going to draft check a trigger. So yeah, this is super great. I love it. And though I'm not a Keter Sanctuary main, I felt like this could be a very good viable option as compared to Hexer Orb. Well, I really hope that Solrairon doesn't overshadow Hexer Orb that much, but again, this is already such a good rideline, and like the rideline is good itself. The Vanguard is really good itself. I think I might try this deck in the future, but this looks really promising, and I pretty love it. And yeah, that's all about the Great Tree at itself. Now let's get to the support card. Now the support card is Dependable Pierce Dragon. So I like the art. The art is like super great. Very appealing, very pleasing to look at. So yeah, so the skill is that when this unit is placed on the rear guard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Solrairon in its card name, you choose up to one normal unit from your hand and reveal it. And if you reveal a card, you draw one card and put the reveal card on the top of your deck. Again, it's the same skill as the Grade 2 or the Grade 1. I think it's the Grade 2 one. I think it's the Grade 1. Okay. Nonetheless, you still can make to switch attacks and like switch cards on top of the deck and your hand, so you are like knowing what's a normal unit. And yeah, that aside, we are going the second skill. Once per turn, rear guard circle. When a normal unit is revealed by the ability of a Vanguard with Solrairon in its card name, this unit gets auto rear guard circle. When this unit attacks, you may have this unit gets 5k until the end of the battle. If you do, you put this unit into the soul at the end of the battle. So this is an amazing card, and it's and for like two reasons. Number one, you can get to like switch normal units already. You can get 5k. No, so you are good for three reasons actually. Like the one that I mentioned, the second one get the 5k. So plus the Vanguard skill, you get all units gets 5k, plus himself gets a 5k, he's a 23k attacker, and in a personal rank, he's a 30k attacker, which is super amazing. And at the end of the battle, you put this, if you do give him 5k, you put him at the sword at the end of the battle, therefore making him very useful for him to like replenish for the skill of like Solrairon, and also you can use it with some of the generic cards that you can like very useful for very generic cards that you might use in a lot of the Keter Sanctuary cards. For example, Painkiller Angel. Painkiller Angel requires you to soul +1, retire yourself, and draw one card. So you have a lot of soul in. So you have like soul in there. So that's good. Although I would also iterate at a point, by the time that when you write a Grade 3, you already lose 2 souls or so by the time I think you have 1 soul in. But nonetheless, I think with him inside, it's probably can help you to you replenish your soul. So if you have 2 of Dependable Pierce Dragon on your rear guard circle, so you give him 5k, give him 5k, you move them back into the soul, and you have essentially like if you use the ability for the Vanguard, you essentially have like 2 souls left. And then for the next turn, if you want to use anything that can, and if you're not going to Soul Charge, you can use Soul +1 for the skill, and Soul +1 for other cards for like for example Painkiller. Yeah, so this is such a good card for like for Solrairon itself, so which is great. So this is amazing. I dig it. I love it as well. Yeah. So that's about it. Now, the next news, which I did not expect to come out, was the new P&V product. The premium product and the V premium product will be the History Collection. Okay, History Collection. Reprint focus set. So I was kind of hyped when I first saw this news. I was kind of like hyped and kind of like a little tad bit disappointed, because I'm not sure if once they announce this news, will they have free clan collection or like premium festival collection or something along those lines. But if they really, they say that it's a completely reprint focus set, which is good as well, because the market, the English market requires they play premium more than the Japanese format, as much as my analysis and my experience goes, and not much people play premium here. So this for premium and V clan collection, like for V series, I will still play V series with some of my locals, with some of my friends. Like in Malaysia, they still have a lack of focus on V premium, but premium I'm not super sure. I think that's like the very quite last already. But in like the in North America or like in the English format, they really does like put most of their resources into the premium. So I think if this set is in English, will be a huge huge support and a great help for them. Especially what I heard is that some reprints, some cards in the premium edition, like premium set, some of them are like super expensive, or like some of them are super hard to find. So there's that P&V Special Series, so History Collection. It will be released on the 26th of May. Alright, so there we go. And now the first sneak peek of what they will release is this. There will be reprinting stuff from all premium and V-premium card pools. This is only a small collection of them. So what we get here is that we have the strike folders. So we have Shandy over here. So it means that if Shandy is over here, all the strike folders probably like I don't know, Steam Breath, Padamini, Sisterless, and whatnot. You have like the PG, the counter-charged PGs, such as Arlin. We have some of the VR such as Dragon Over the Cross, which is amazing. Yes, well done. I love it because the Cross is what I've heard is such a meta deck and such a very hard time to find and very expensive from what my own experiences. My friend told me that the Cross, like the deck with anything with the Cross in there is like probably bounce to the like 300 or 400 ringgit. That's what I heard when I experienced last time. So it's a very like a very expensive card for what I own. Okay, so that's great. Draw PGs, amazing. I am lacking draw PGs in some Gear Chronicle cards and Wakama, so that is a very great addition to for Bushiro to reprint these cards. So yes, well done. I like it. I love it. Alright, that's actually what there's some of the cards I really needed. Now, I am not sure at this point will they only print VRs for the V premium set. Will they only print VRs or some of the triple rares, very important triple rares, which I'm not super sure what kind of triple rares are like super expensive and like very staple in these decks. I don't know, Magatsu Gale. I don't know, probably Magatsu Gale. Okay, but nonetheless, they like those very generic cards, probably the very generic triple rares or like some generic good triple rares or something like that. I'm not sure if this is only limited to VRs, but we'll see in the future what they will announce in the near future. Yeah. So I don't really care much about the G set, like the G premium set, because personally speaking, I have a lot of cards already in like G era, mostly like Gear Chronicle and whatnot. But V series, some of the cards I really need in there, but we'll see what they do. And I'm not sure by the time that they will release this new collection set, there will be a change in the fighters rules, the ban list. I'm not sure they will do any change to the ban list, so we have to wait and see in the near future. So what they're going to do now, this is exciting. Some cards will be reprinted with some new effects added on top. If you have the old copies, you can use them as if they have new effects, which is great because I have a lot of these cards lying around, especially Goblet and Doki Doki Worker. I do have them. I have like 5-10 copies of them at this point. Like I have 10 Doki Doki Workers at this point, right? They have new effects, so like I have no idea what they will do. Probably they will do a Mega Zero style where they say that, if this card is put in a damage zone, you may draw one. Like, who knows, right? Or maybe they can change the 5k triggers into 10k triggers. Who knows, right? Goblet, alright, probably you strike or like doesn't really require one hit. So who knows, right? I am super excited about what new skills they have. But the very fact of the matter that some of the old cards, can be errated into the new version of the cards, makes me super excited for like the reasons of that I don't have to buy a lot of like those kind of old cards, right? When I have a lot of these cards lying around, I can just basically just build them back for like premium purposes. Of course, I do have like a lot of like Gear Chronicle G era decks. Like I can actually just use them as premium cards, and it's great from here on out, right? So that's about it. I think it is awesome. I'm excited for it. Yeah, that's about that's about the news and what they have revealed yesterday night. So yeah, so next Tuesday live stream will be Messiah, Rideline plus the Arrested Messiah, and they have the new monthly shop tournament reviews. So that's it. So the just for disclaimer, I'm using the reviews from all of the news reviews I'm using from different Discord servers to announce to you because I was too lazy to translate and I didn't like keep up with like everything at one go. So I just hope that I can use this as a reference for all of you to like translate, translate and give out all of the infos. Okay, now some of my thoughts. Okay, first things first. Once they announce with the P&V Special Collection, we'll see if they will or will not do the V-Kind Collection thingy or Premium Collection, but I don't think they will, unless they might say that they might drag it down in the near future. I don't know, who knows this year. So I'm hoping they will do that because I want to have more V Premium supports, right? I don't. I want them to have free premium supports because I'm now like maining V and I'm maining like Viera, but I welcome this as well, so I don't be super mind with this. So I like this, not an issue, not a huge problem. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's all for the news. So if you guys have like any other comments, if you have any thoughts on like what's the new rideline, what's the news, kindly put it down in the comments below, and I'll see you on Friday, on Saturday when they upload, when they Vanguard channel will upload another live stream on Thursday, and I'll have to make a news analysis and like my reactions to it. So that's about it. So yeah, that's all for me. If you do like my content and what I'm doing here, consider like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on this channel. This has been Professor Sinai signing out. See you. Peace.